Welcome to Chapter 7. In this session for the School of Computing, we are looking at the core problem of online transactions, establishing identity and validity in a digital environment. In traditional systems, handwritten signatures are used to verify a person's identity and provide physical legal proof of an agreement. But in a digital system, a scanned image of a signature fails. It can be copied and pasted without your permission, offering no actual security. We replace the physical ink with cryptographic techniques. These digital signatures use mathematical processes to create a unique, verifiable link between the signer and the data. Let's map out the core vocabulary for this process. We start with cryptography, the science of securing information using mathematics. Next is the public key infrastructure, or PKI, which manages the digital keys used for communication. These tools achieve authentication, which proves who sent the data, and integrity, which ensures the file hasn't been altered. The fifth term is non-repudiation. This ensures that once a message is sent, the sender cannot deny their involvement. This concept is the primary focus of the legal framework we'll be discussing. Non-repudiation bridges the gap between computer science and the law. A mathematical transaction is only effective if a user is legally bound to the actions performed with their digital credentials. To see how this works, let's track a single digital asset, an online contract, as it moves from a sender to a receiver. The sender first passes the document through a hash function. This generates a unique, fixed alphanumeric string based on the document's contents. If even one character in the contract is changed, the resulting hash will change entirely. The sender then encrypts that hash using their private key. Because this key is kept secret and belongs only to the sender, the resulting encrypted string serves as a mathematical proof of authorship. The receiver uses the sender's public key to decrypt the hash. If the decrypted value matches the hash of the document they received, the system confirms the document is authentic and has remained unchanged since it was signed. Consider the requirements for this to work. If a bank sends you a signed transaction, you must use their specific public key to verify it. But how do you verify that the key you are using actually belongs to that bank? While the mathematics can prevent tampering, the entire process relies on the verified identity of the person who owns the keys. This is where we introduce a certificate authority, or CA. The CA acts as a trusted third party that verifies identities in the real world and issues digital certificates that link a specific person to a specific public key. In Malaysia, this trust is governed by the Digital Signature Act 1997. This law provides the legal framework that allows these authorities to operate. The Act establishes two critical rules. First, digital signatures are legally equivalent to handwritten ones. Second, any organization acting as a certificate authority must be licensed and regulated by the government. It also sets expectations for the users. You are required to protect your private key. If the key is misused because you were negligent, the law holds you liable for the resulting transactions. Digital signatures require both halves to be effective. The cryptography creates the technical proof, but the Digital Signature Act 1997 ensures that proof is enforceable in a courtroom. This framework secures Malaysian infrastructure daily, high-value banking transfers, legally binding e-commerce, and streamlined government services. However, if a private key is compromised, the system cannot distinguish the hacker from the owner. This leads to unauthorized transactions resolved through the Act's liability provisions. To prepare for your lab sessions and exams, review these 5 discussion questions. Ensure you can explain how the 1997 Act supports e-commerce and what specifically happens when a private key is misused. Remember the 3 pillars of the chapter. The goals are authentication, integrity, and non-repudiation. These are achieved technically through cryptography and PKI, and supported legally by the Digital Signature Act 1997. By combining mathematical verification with legal accountability, digital signatures allow electronic transactions to carry the same weight and certainty as traditional paper-based systems.